Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm playing with a bunch of basic gray things. I've also got some Vicky Bouton die cuts because I think they will go well. And the photo I am scrapbooking is kind of weird, but it is an emergency exit device alarm test, and it's the first time I signed off on one. There's my Hobby Lobby signature right there. Now, story behind this, Christopher was like, when are you going to do this? When are you going to sign? When are you going to sign? And there is my signature. So here it is. Need to document it. This was the photo I sent him the very first time that I did one. So let's see what I can do. Guys, so here I go. I am first going to trim down that photo, and I trim it down to a 4x4 photo. Now, when I first did the first cut on this photo, I thought I would just trim it down to the size of the photo without the door part on it and just literally that sign-off sheet part. However, I did have a 3x4 card in mind from the cut-apart sheet, so I decided to go ahead and just leave it at a 4" by 4" photo. And holy Moses, you guys, this paper has bowling pins on it. Oh, Lordy. I just had to take a moment because I didn't realize that that paper had bowling pins on it until I'm looking at the video. I'm sitting here staring at the paper and using it this entire time that I'm making this layout, and I never even realized it was bowling pins. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so I am going to cut down some of these papers because I am going to go ahead and make my background. So I have the grid paper in the very background, and then I have the bowling pin paper that who knew was bowling pins. And then another paper that I am just going to add on as a square here. And my thought was, I have a square photo, so maybe I should add a square somewhere else on the page. So my square is tucked under, and then my photo as a square is kind of turned into a rectangle with the 3x4 cut apart. And it says, I absolutely love this, with an arrow. So that is the reason why it is cut apart sheet and then the photo. Because I've had the photo and then the cut apart sheet and it said, I absolutely love this, and it was pointing to nothing, you would kind of be like, Sandy, what the crap is going on with you right now? Now, I am going to use a couple of these Vicky Bouton die cuts, and they might not make a whole lick of sense to you, but they make sense in my mind. So that's all that we need to talk about, right? Right. So anyway, there is this line of shops and things, and since this is a Hobby Lobby, and my Hobby Lobby was in a shopping center with multiple shops next to it, I thought that this would work. Now, this is my Hobby Lobby in California, not my Hobby Lobby in Washington State. And it's interesting because being an East Coaster living in Maryland, we always called Washington, D.C., D.C. And Washington State, Washington State. So I'm here and I'm calling it Washington State, and nobody else calls it Washington State out here. They're just like Washington. So it's a whole culture thing, I guess. Anyway, I am also going to add in flowers. By the way, thank you for all the support for putting flowers on every single layout. I really appreciate that. You know, it is what it is. So I also added this guess check die cut to it, and that might seem a little funky because this is obviously something that a server would write an order down on, because back when I waited tables, that's what we use. We use the generic guess checks. Now, fun fact, I felt like this was appropriate because I'm doing a fire exit alarm safety check, so a guest check kind of went along with those ideas, which is why my brain went there and why I decided to go ahead and add this to the layout. So I am going to pop up some things on some fun foam, which I absolutely love. And then you'll notice I use my Brutus Monroe Easy can never remember the actual name of the stuff, you guys. Easy Tab foams. I don't know what they're called. I call them pop foams because that's what they are to me. They're just pop foams. But whatever those suckers are, I use those on my florals. I'm coming to the end of a lot of my foam adhesive, and this is a problem, right? Like, I'm coming to the end of the fun foam. I'm coming to the end of those pop foams. Need to order some more. So anyway, I'm trying to make it last is what I'm saying. Now this pen die cut totally was a, oh, look, that's pretty awesome. And I have that pointing to my name on the sign-off sheet. Now these are some really fun 3D floral embellishments that my friend Joni gave me. So Joni knows that I like a good lumpy bumpy page, and she had gifted me with a good amount of lumpy bumpy embellishments. And every time I get to use them, I think of Joni and how awesome she is and how I hope we'll be able to scrapbook together again. So thank you again, Joni. Now these little guys are some really old, I think they're EK Success, kind of like circular tabby type things. So I'm going to tuck those in as well with those really awesome 3D florally bits. And they're just adding a little bit of extra texture and dimension to the layout because this is a lot of basic gray and a lot of Vicky Bouton, which I think really coordinate well together. And then because I have that pin there that is pointing to my name, I decided that my title was going to layer on the pen. So my title is on a diagonal, which is definitely not something that I do, but I think it was completely appropriate and really cute. Like a really cute idea to do this. And I don't mind saying that I think I have really cute ideas. Sometimes I do. Sometimes my ideas, not so great. But sometimes I really like what I come up with. And this is one of those moments. You can't see it really well on camera, but I promise in real life you can actually see it. So it says sign. It's from some old Jelly Bean Soup letter stickers. I also pulled off the July off of this letter sticker sheet and laid that down as well. And then I put on these letter stickers. So over top my pin, it says sign off. And then I'm going to do some journaling and just talk about how, you know, this was the first time I signed off on a fire exit alarm. And I was really excited and texted the picture to Christopher, because he had been asking me repeatedly when my name was going to go up on one of the doors. So, fun fact, you have to test the fire exits once a month, and that means opening them up and they go off. So it is ear piercing and excruciating, and sometimes it doesn't want to turn off, so that's a real fun time. But anyway, I thought that this was definitely a moment that I wanted to document because it's part of my story. Even though I'm not at Hobby Lobby anymore, I definitely loved my time in my California store. So that is part of the story that needs to be documented. Anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video. And tomorrow's Wednesday, so it's Whiny Wednesday Live. Bye, guys.